Alright, so welcome to the channel. I'm AbyssSays and this is the 5.2.2 Abyss update, and it's very difficult, of course. I think this is one of the most difficult Abyss here. So about the Abyss, yeah, this Abyss, not to say that it's ass, but it's definitely hard. The first chamber, the top half, the first way, it's the Fluid Avatar of Lava, two fluid Avatar of Lava, about 70% pyro resistance and 10% all elemental resistance. And then we have the Aramite Flowering Dancer and the Scorching Lawmaster, just both the Aramites. When their summons is on the field, they will gain about 50 to 60% all elemental resistance, and then when you break it, it just drops to 10% resistance. And then the Consecrated Beasts, so it's the Pyro and Hydro. The Pyro one has 70% Pyro resistance, and the Hydro one has 70% Hydro resistance, and all of them had like for the other elemental resistance, they had like 40% other elemental resistance. And then for the bottom half, for the Joe Bishop, one's Hydro, one's Electro, so it's 20 resistance for each elemental it absorbs. So the Hydro one has 20 Hydro resistance, and the Electro one has 20 Electro resistance. And same to the Primordial Bishop, which is the Electro this time. And then for the Chamber 2, this one, the Goldflame Qucusaur Tyrant, it flies up like at the beginning, and it has 24 ticks of Pyro Shield, which is like 4 times of a Pyro Abyss Mage. It's not like Abyss Lecter, that kind of shield. Basically, it's just several Hydro attacks is enough to take it down. And there's 70% Pyro resistance and then 10% all elemental resistance. And for the second half, which I think this is the main thing we have to tackle today, which is the Papilla. It summons the warp. I think it's called the Abyss Warp. I know it's called warp, but I don't really know what the name is in front of the warp. So different from the overworld boss. The overworld boss needs 53 elemental applications or elemental damage placed onto this boss, but in the Abyss it raises up to 72%. So maybe if your team is like barely able to like break the shield in the overworld, yeah, maybe it wasn't gonna make it in this Abyss. It has all type elemental resistance, 70 all elemental resistance when the warp is on, and if the warp is not broken, its resistance, all elemental resistance, still stays at 70%. So after when you paralyze it, like breaking the shield, then it drops back to 0, and then when it recovers, the resistance only picks up half. It's like 35% all elemental resistance. So the third chamber, first half, Golden Wolflord, you basically just need a Joe character there, which is not that difficult, and then the Eon Blight Drake, just need a bow character, then you are. So let's talk about how can you like clear this. Like I don't think the first chamber is like a really big problem. The biggest problem here is like there's too many waves. It's like 5 waves in total, but the Consecrated Beasts are nerfed, I think more than 50% compared to previous Abysses. And then also the Avatar of Lava, this time it's like more easier than the last Abyss. So the Goldflame Qucusaur Tyrant, the thing annoying is that it's difficult to like reach it when it has the Pyro Shield and then it's like flying high. But there are several ways you can like take it down, like extinguish the Pyro Shield. Like the most easiest way is by using Furina, because you can just summon these three maniacs, and these 3 guys just chase it down wherever it flies. So if you have Furina, it's best recommended on the top half. Yeah, but if you don't have Furina, maybe you could use Yelan or Xingqiu. so here we go. Now, up you go. So first thing you have to do here is to go to the side and then face back. And you could see 2 feathers extinguish all of them. Wait. Yeah, it burst. And then it flies up. You had to break the feathers first in order for it to fly low. Let's try it. Yeah, definitely you can get it. If even you want to kick it with Xingqiu, of course, Xingqiu is able to do it. So let's retry. Alright, this time we try with Qilin. Alright, so again, run to the side. I mean, I might need a Xingqiu to kick this. Come here. Alright. Yeah, definitely you could do it. So, okay, alright, so confirmed with Qilin and Xingqiu, it's definitely doable. So I want to try another thing, which is a Hydro Catalyst. I think if normal attacks with Hydro Catalyst might work. I'm not sure, so I bring a Mona here, which I think if this applies, then maybe Barbara and Kokomi could do it as well. Yeah, alright. So yeah, alright, it's doable. It's definitely doable. So maybe you don't really need a Furina. Of course, Furina is the best choice because when you break, like I've cleared this chamber, but I've tested it, and with Furina, when you are breaking the Pyro Feathers, it's almost the parachute is like almost like depleted. It's almost depleted maybe, and then after it just flies back up to a head, and then you just like a Furina E again to apply another Hydro and then burst. It just falls down, and then you can just apply buff. So yeah, Furina is the best, but Qilin, Xingqiu, and Hydro Catalyst are okay. I'm not sure about Mualani. Maybe Mualani, maybe when you break the Pyro Feathers and then maybe you jump, maybe you could get it by jumping onto it, but it might take like 2 rotations for her to like completely take down the whole shield. Alright, so for Hydro characters, Mualani, yeah, just now we say that maybe she could do it. Sidrin, maybe her burst could do it, but I don't really think so. Neuvillette needs like around 2 quick charge attacks. Furina is the best way to take it down. Nilou, I don't really think so, but if you are planning to bring Nilou, of course, like Kokomi, Qilin, or Xingqiu is a must need, right? So yeah, maybe you are playing like Nilou Bloom, which I don't really recommend. Maybe you want, you can do it. Alright, so Qilin, Xingqiu, Kokomi, just now we tested. Candice, I'm not really sure because she only just applies Hydro application to the active character. Ayato, what I saw from CN Abyss just now, it's difficult. 1 burst and then 2 skills, only then it could be brought down. So yeah, I'm not really recommending Ayato. Tartaglia, maybe switching to the melee stance could get it, but maybe same as Ayato, it's not really like, because the internal cooldown of the Hydro applicating on the parachute is like I think it's like 2.5 seconds. So yeah, I think you need like a very long time with Tartaglia's melee stance. So not really recommended. Furina best in slot for it, and then Qilin, Xingqiu, then Kokomi, Barbara, Mona, Hydro Catalyst. Then Mualani, I think I need to test it with my friend's account. For the third chamber, the Golden Wolflord. So the only thing with the Golden Wolflord is the you need dual attacks to like break the shield. So this shield is like absolute same with the overworld. The amount of dual attacks it needs is like the same with the overworld, so we are gonna test it in the overworld. So I don't need to like fight the abyss over and over again with several dual characters that I didn't really build. Alright, so these are the dual characters that I really recommend. If like I think it's like this, you could just arrange it like this. If you have Shilonen, you bring Shilonen. If you don't have Shilonen, Zhongli. If you don't have Zhongli, you could either choose Ningguang and surprisingly Yunjing. This one is what I just learned from a CN Abyss streamer. Yunjing is like surprisingly good at breaking the shield. Alright, so it enters the shield state, so we wait for the 3 heads. So first we try Shilonen. We ignore that. So the way to go is like E here, and then we attack twice until it ends. And then after you finish this, press E to exit the Nightsoul state, and then when you run here, the CD is like almost here. So then E, attack. So just like that. Shilonen is just like that. So repeat that 3 times, and then you just break the shield. Alright, so next up we try using Zhongli. So I think there's a trick here, like using Zhongli, is that you get near it and then you press E, and then the pillar is there, and then wait for one more attack and then it breaks. So here, just get in front. Yeah, this one's the failed attempt. So you could just get in front and then you create a pillar there, and then yeah. It's Jaw Resonance also gets it. So one attack and then the second attack gets it. Yeah, so Zhongli, you could do that with Zhongli. Alright, so next up we try Ningguang, which a Jaw Catalyst. Of course it's the most easiest one, I think. Here, the most easiest question. Attack. Yeah, just like that. Maybe if you want it, you could just do oh no. So it's like attack. Yeah. Alright, so now we test Yunjin, last one, which is surprisingly effective. So a hold E just breaks it immediately, and then when you run here, your E is basically almost ready. It's like press E doesn't like do the whole thing. You need to do the whole E. So here, let me demonstrate once more. So run here and then hold E. Breaks it immediately. So yeah, Yunjin, if you don't really have Shilonen, you don't really have Zhongli, and then you don't have Ningguang build, you can use Yunjin here. Alright, so just now I forgot to mention that both Shilonen's and Zhongli's burst, a burst just like directly destroys the whole thing. So maybe you could just like do one pillar here, and then wait, this one's the pillar attempt. So you do one pillar here, and then you rush there, and then you do a burst. Which I think this is same for Shilonen. Alright, so this is not same with Shilonen, so never mind. So the Zhongli could do that, but not Shilonen. Alright, so that's all for the Golden Wolflords. Then we move to the Papilla. The Papilla, I think it's the biggest problem here, because it's like because it restricts the team that you can use the most. So like if you want to say of course like what teams I should use to like beat the Papilla, if you have Natlan characters like I think Kinich, and then Chaska or Auroron. Yeah, you could do that. So all Night Soul characters except for like Mualani, Kachina, and Shilonen, because they are the times they deal damage is like really low. So it's like, yeah, not really recommend them. But if you have Chaska, you have Kinich, you have Auroron, then yeah, of course you can just use them. So what if you don't have those three characters, you don't have the Natlan characters, then yeah, the most I think the most free to play, the most like easiest and the most common is by using Nahida, Yelan or Xingqiu, and then Cookie, a Hyper Bloom team, and then the fourth slot, either a C6 Fischl or Yelan, because you need a bow character anyway to break take the Eon Blight Drake down. So yeah, their DPSs, I think it's like very comfortable that it breaks the shield like very quick. All right, so now we are here. Let's try this.
本圈有点难受，真是将财与流红，好好站稳了。记住你了。
Alright, so you can see that the time is definitely enough for like this, and then yeah, you can just do your normal rotations here, and then yeah. Alright, so that's the most optimal way, the most free to play, the most easiest way you could do it. I'm not sure if your Fischl is not C6, if you can do it if your Fischl is not C6, but yeah. And then what other teams like? It's very fast. Cloran with Yelan. I think Cloran with Yelan is like the one of the best, one of the like the fastest damage dealers in the game. Like Cloran, just E and then attack, just like shooting guns like really fast, and then Yelan also proccing the strings, the dice, like every time it attacks. So yeah, so if you have Cloran, you have Yelan, then yes. Alright, so future time says here. So I've said that Cloran is good with Yelan because both of them had like really fast attack windows. They attack really fast, but actually Cloran herself is actually enough if you put her in like the normal aggravate team like Cloran, Nahida, Zhongli, and then maybe Fischl. You could actually like break the shadow wall of the Papilla. There's actually no Yelan needed for this team. So yeah, back to the video. And then another team that I heard the most is Raiden National. I've used Raiden National to clear like all three of those. I used Raiden National, but there's a thing about Raiden National is that for this, no skill can be used except for Raiden's E. You can't use Yelan's E because that takes too much time. Bennett's E included. So yeah, the only skill you can put is like at the really start, Raiden's E, and then you straight up Yelan's burst, Bennett's burst, Xiangling burst, and then Raiden's burst, and then you could barely break the shield. So if you're using Raiden National, make sure your energy is like full, because the first attempt that I used Raiden National, my energy is not full, and then God knows how much time that I resetted the floor, just because like it's not enough time. Like I think I need like a second more to like break the shield. So yeah, if you are using Raiden National, just make sure your team is like in full energy. C6 Scaramouche, I think it's like also like being talked about a lot. I have no experience with C6 Scaramouche, so I won't talk about that. Alright, so now we talk about the enemies and how to counter them. So, and now we are going to talk about teams. So Chaska team, of course, bottom half, Kinich, burning Kinich, yeah. Alright, so just now I forgot to say that burning reactions are like really recommended on the bottom half. So like Kinich, Emily is like really recommended on the bottom half, and along with Taser and Hyperbloom team. Shut up. Alright, Mualani I think on the top half, which I need to make sure that she could extinguish the pyro shield on the Qucusaur. And Coran, like I said just now, bottom half. Settles. If we are talking about settles, then let's talk about Tighnari too. Settles and Tighnari, which I've seen so far, they are not really effective on like breaking the elemental shields, and on if you were to place them on the top half, yeah, it's not really effective. So this time for aggravate teams like Tighnari and Cephos, which is like a short window DPS, I don't really recommend. Arlecchino, like basically if you want to like ignore the 70% pyro resistance, yeah, you can put Arlecchino on the top half if you want, or you can just put her in the bottom half and then bring Auron with her, which I think is the most optimal way and the most like the better way if you really want to play Arlecchino. Chiori is an interesting one. I think Chiori is like okay on the top half, but I think Chiori with Navia, I think it's like a really good combo on the Golden Wolflord, like breaking the shield. Alright, so Xianyun team, I think Gaming and Xiao. Xiao, I don't think that he is like really good in this version, because on the bottom half you have the elemental shield, and the top half you have Golden Wolflord. So if you were to play Xiao, speaking of Xianyun, if you were to play Xiao, alright, so the team for Xiao is that you need a C6 Farzan, you have Xianyun, and then you have Furina. Furina is basically a no because you need a Furina for the Qucusaur. But who do you kick like Farzan or Xianyun to like place another Joe character to beat to destroy the Wolflord shield? So yeah, for Xianyun team, Gaming is like okay because he doesn't really need Farzan. Maybe you could like Gaming, Furina, Xianyun, and then a Zhongli or Silonen. Yeah, maybe that would work. Risley is an interesting one because if you want to think about it, I could think of is like Risley, Furina, and then Bennett, Shilonen on the top half. Yeah, I think this team would work, but I'm also not really sure because I don't really hear about Risley teams just yet. But I will make another update about this Abyss, so not to worry. Risley mains, I'll just talk about it like I think 15 days later. Nouvlet, of course, on the top half. If you were to put Nouvlet on the bottom half, I would advise like separate her with Furina, because like Furina is like basically the best for the Qucusaur, but if no, then maybe you could substitute like Yelan and Xingqiu on the top half. You could use Yelan and Xingqiu at the top half. And also if you want to place him in the bottom half, make sure you bring Auron. You build your Auron, because he's not gonna like break the shield in time. Right, so there's another thing that I want to say. If you had Nouvlet but you don't have Furina and you want Nouvlet to go on the top half, then yeah, who should bring? Because Nouvlet wasn't like really good to break the pyro shield of the Qucusaur. Well, if for me, I would definitely suggest to bring a Xingqiu or Yelan, but it's the best for Yelan to be on the bottom half, so just like both of them are okay. So bring a Xingqiu and Yelan, and then like the usual ones, Kazuha, and then maybe a Zhongli or Shilonen. So in that way, you could actually break it, and don't be afraid of like missing out Neuvlet's passive, because on the first floor and the second floor, it's easy to proc Vaporize, so you won't actually like miss out on any of the passive. So yeah, that's the third element, which is on the enemy. And also, if you have Brina and then you don't have much time, and then maybe you don't have Kazuha, you don't have a second good, because the bottom half needs like a lot of characters, specific characters for specific teams, and maybe you don't really have other characters, you could just do a double geo. Because the same thing, if this only applies when your Neuvlet is C1, so yeah, because of like just now I say there's a enemy here, you could proc Vaporize, and then here this Qucusaur you could proc Vaporize. It's just that beating the Golden Wolflord, you might miss out the 35% attack increase. So yeah, if it's like you have no other way, this I could highly recommend this one to you. So back to the video. Terminate, nah, I don't think bottom half is suitable for him. But for the top half, if Terminate is like on the first chamber, I think he's okay, because then the enemies could be frozen, except for the first wave. But as you go on the second chamber, the third chamber, you could really freeze like the bosses. So yeah, this Abyss is not the best for him. Lini is more in a predicament. But maybe just like Arlecchino, if you want to, I think like the bottom half is absolutely not suitable for Lini. Bring Oron, I think it's like a bad choice because of his passive, and you need like Zhongli for the shield, for the shielding, for the not bad resistance. So yeah, maybe I think the best one is on the top half. And then maybe you could like let go of the passive, and then you could just do double pyro, double geo. So it's like a Lini Bennett, Shilonen, and Zhongli combo. If you really think that the pyro resistance is too high, then maybe you could do that. Or you can just go Mono Pyro Lini, then yeah. Not sure about that. I'll hate them, quick bloom. Of course, bottom half would be more suitable for him, because like in the top half, it's not really on the top half you need a hydro, and then you need a geo. So if that's the case, then if you substitute out Cookie, then you are just basically left with Bloom. And then if you substitute out Nahida, which I don't really recommend, yeah, if you want to do it, you can do it, but Alhaitham could be on the bottom half. Alright, so speaking of Alhaitham, when it's like up there and then you see the middle is shining. Yep, alright, I missed it so bad. Retake. Alright, so when it starts to fly up, and then wait. Seriously? Supposedly its belly is about to shine, and then yeah. If you could do that consistently, then maybe if you want to use Alhaitham, you don't really need to bring a bow character. So yeah, if you could do that, and then you want to bring Alhaitham, yeah, you don't need to bring a bow character. So back to the teams. Alhaitham bottom half definitely, and you can use that trick maybe. And yeah, just now the Hyper Bloom team, and then maybe you slot in Alhaitham. Don't use his burst. If you want to break the elemental shield, don't use his burst. Just hold E and then punch attack, and then just attack, because his burst is like takes up way too much time. So yeah. And then Wanderer, just now say Wanderer C6. I think it's really good, but if it's a normal C1, C0, C1, Wanderer, I'm not really sure that I have to really consider it. Nilou, I don't really think that she's like really good in this Abyss. Unless you want her to go on the top half, which I don't really recommend because you need a dual character. Sino could just be with Hyperbloom. Tanari said just now, not really recommended. Ayato also said just now on the top half. Either on the top half you go like a vague team, or on the bottom half you go Hyperbloom. That's all I can say. Ito definitely top half because his duo. The only thing that he needs is a Furina on the team on the 4th slot, and then he's ready to go. So yeah, Ito on the top half. Raiden National on the bottom half, like I said just now, no skill, just only burst rotation. Then you could like break the Papilla's ward. On the top half, if you really wanna play Raiden National, I don't really recommend because you need a dual character for it. There's Yelan for the Qucusaur, but not really a dual character for the Golden Wolflord. So not really. Raiden Sarah also not really recommended because wait, I might need to confirm a thing. Alright, so I did an average run again. So now we are back with this team, with a hyper carry team on the bottom half. So now, if you don't know, you could really just like ignore the damage, and then you could just like really just dodge like the small attacks because it really hurts. Because then after the explosion, it doesn't get to you. But now it has 70% resistance, so we could see. Yeah, not really a good idea. You could do it, but I don't really think that ignoring the shield is like a really good idea for this bottom half. So Raiden Sarah, sorry about that. No, Raiden Hypercarry is not really the team for this time. So Raiden National bottom half, yes. Joimiya is actually like really good on breaking the shield on the Papilla. If you like bring a Joimiya and then 6-6 fish shield and then a Yelan and then maybe a shielder, then yeah, it's just like, I think that this is like the fastest. I think it's faster than Koran in general. So yeah, maybe if you want to play Yoimiya bottom half, not on the top half, because the elemental, the pyro resistance, like it kills her. Ayaka is an interesting one because I don't really know if her burst does enough damage to break the shadow wall. This one is interesting. This one I think I need further experimenting because I don't have Ayaka. I don't think my friend had Ayaka. So alright, so for Ayaka, this is the second day, of course, recording this. This is Future Time Says. I've seen several videos about Ayaka. Ayaka is actually okay on the top half, but the teams need to be changed a little bit. The team I recommend for Ayaka is like Ayaka and then Shilonen and Furina, which is like very vital for. And the 4th slot you could have, if you have Shenhe, you could bring Shenhe. If you don't have Shenhe and you have like survivability issues, you could bring Charlotte. You could bring Charlotte, you could bring Diana, just anyone that applies could do. Eula, I think Eula is okay if you got you got a really good Eula and you want to play her. Bring her Auron. Just as simple as that. Bring her Auron and just pop her on the bottom half. Then you are ready to go. Tout, Tout, same as Arlecchino, but the only difference is that she couldn't really bring Auron on her team. And if you had Hu Tao and you had used Hu Tao on the overworld, God. If you had used Hu Tao on the overworld, and then maybe I think the team is Hu Tao, Yelan, Xingqiu, and Zhongli. If you use this team on the overworld Papilla, you would find that without releasing Yelan and Xingqiu's skill burst only, and then Hu Tao E, maybe I think it's a AA charge, AA charge, AA charge. She could only barely break the shield like in half a second spare. So, and then the overall Papilla is like only 50, 52, 53 elemental hits required, and the Abyss one is like 72. So I don't really think that Hu Tao is like a really good choice for this Abyss. But and then on the top half, if your skill is like really great, then maybe you could do like a Hu Tao, Yelan, Xingqiu, and Shilonen, but no shielding, and then you are just going to like dodge everything. So shall we say just now, Ganyu? I never thought about this. If the team is Ganyu, Nahida, Xiangling, and Bennett, would it break the shield effectively? I don't think my friends had Ganyu also, so yeah, this one I think I need to like check with the Abyss streamers if like after the 15 days they did use Ganyu, then yeah, maybe I'll just like include it on the second video. Protector, I'm not really sure if he's really good on the bottom half. Yeah, that's also one I need to experiment on. Klee, not really sure about that. So yeah, Klee, top half, pyro resistance, bottom half. I don't think if she's doing overload and then she's doing Oruron, then yeah, maybe she could be on the bottom half. Kaching Aggravate is actually good. I've seen the Abyss streamer that's a account with Kaching Aggravate. She can break the shield and effectively, like I think with seconds to spare. Yeah, so if you want to run Kaching Aggravate, bottom half. Diluvi, yeah, so same with Garmin. Same team with Garmin. So it's like Diluvi, Shilonen, Furina, and Shenyu. If that's the team, then maybe Diluvi is okay on the top half, but I'm not really sure if the damage is enough. Alright, so update. Now, like I said in the video, Tighnari was not recommended, but if like Nahida, if you put like the Hyper Bloom team, Nahida, Xingqiu, and Cookie, and if the fourth slot you want to substitute Tighnari, it won't be a problem. But the thing is that you have to like release your charge attack like really fast, or else you are not gonna make it in time. And also Kale, if you want to substitute the fourth slot as Kale, then yeah, no problem. And also, what I found out that other than Aurora, Dory 2 also could help in breaking the Shadow Wall, because her burst, like I think, ticks in every 0.4 seconds instance, every 0.4 seconds, so it's very fast, and then the duration is like 12 seconds. So maybe if your team got still like needs healing, and then you need a little bit more instances, you need elemental instances, you could just slot Dory in it. But just beware of her electro infusion. The enemy could like do elemental reactions on you. Alright, so conclusion. First half, the most essential, you need a Hydro character, mostly Furina. Then secondly, you could choose a Yelan or Xingqiu. If really you don't really have, then Mona and Kokomi, because they could do normal attacks on the Qucusaur, and then their skill could also deal some hydro damage on it. Yeah, so if no, then afterwards Mualani, now I checked, Mualani, if you jump, you could make it, but you need at least 2 cycles to like break the shield. The others I don't really recommend. So you need a Hydro character, and then the Geo characters that are shown, like Shilonen, Zhongli, and then Ningguang, Yunjin. And then after that you have you could choose like Chiori and Navia. Navia, you could just do a E and then normal attack twice, and then it's just broken. So yeah, Navia should be not a problem. Chiori, I'm not really sure the rotation, but I do believe that she's okay with it. So the top half, it's easy. Just bring a Hydro character, effective Hydro character, and then a Joe character, and then you are ready to go. The bottom half, if you don't have Natlan characters, if you had Natlan characters, you bring Natlan characters, specifically Kinich and Cheska. If no, then a Hyperlumen team, and then you can substitute Alhaitham, Tighnari. If not Hyperbloom, then rather National, but burst only, no skill. And if no, then aggravate teams, Cloran and Keqing being the driver. If the bottom half you don't have those teams, find a team that can substitute Auron in it, which could help a lot. So that's all for this video. If you found it useful and then you could clear it, leave a comment down below and leave a like. I gladly appreciate it. And I'll see you half a month later. Bye!